Well, hello and welcome to the Informed Traveler Podcast, a weekly travel podcast where our goal is to help you become a more informed traveler. And I'm your host, Randy Sharman. So guess who's offering to pay for those multi-generational family vacations? If you said grandma and grandpa, you would be correct. That's at least according to a recent survey from Flight Center. So in a few seconds, travel expert Onanta Forbes will join me to break down the numbers and the reasons why. And then we'll head to Loreto, Mexico to give you some insight on one of the more quieter Mexican vacation spots. But first, let's kick things off chatting with travel expert Onanta Forbes, who joins us each week to discuss some of the travel news and travel trends. You can follow her adventures on Instagram, Facebook, and X at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Hello, Onanta.
Hi, Randy. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. We're going to talk about this survey with Flight Center, talking about grandparents funding the vacation for the whole family, which I think if someone wanted to fund my vacation, I'd be all for it.
Right, absolutely. I don't have grandparents, but I'm up for anybody who wants to adopt me.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yes.
But there are numbers behind it. And we've kind of talked about this in the past when it comes to multi-generational travel. So it kind of falls into that sort of category. But now there's some numbers to really back it up.
Right. So 27% of Canadian baby boomers are willing to use their retirement savings to fund a multi-generation trip. And this trend is fueled by a desire to create a living legacy through shared experiences rather than just leaving an inheritance. And why not? Like there's so many trips that are geared for that, especially for bucket list trips, like taking your kids and your grandkids like on an African safari.
Hmm.
And these findings that came from a 2025 September survey include that grandparents are opting to fund vacations with their families, viewing like memories created are more valuable than passing down financial assets. And just the willingness to spend, in addition to using their retirement savings, 6% of boomers surveyed said that they would tap into money otherwise intended as a future inheritance for
Hmm.
their children or their grandchildren. So I think this is fabulous because in this day and age, it's almost like travel's an expectation. It's not like perhaps or
Yeah, or a
something to look.
luxury kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like part of your everyday life in a sense that people want to travel, and I think social media definitely has spurred that on with shows like The Amazing Race or just different um,
Hmm.
different movies and different destinations. And so a majority of Canadians, 73%, have already traveled or want to travel with multiple generations of their family. And 79% say reconnecting with loved ones is a top travel priority.
Hmm.
And millennials are also favoring multi generation trips, with 80% considering that they would go on one. And this is consistent with a broader trend among younger generations who prioritize experiences over traditional saving goals. And some of the reasons for this trend is like the pandemic and the rising cost of living has shifted financial priorities for younger generations.
Hmm.
Favoring travel experiences over home ownership or traditional milestones. And you can see that too when people do a lot of remote travel now because the pandemic and technology sure showed us that we can work from anywhere, just as long as you have good Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And then baby boomers are generally healthier and wealthier than the previous generations of retirees. So they have more disposable income and time to travel. And then also cost. So for many families, multi-generational trips are appealing because costs are shared among different
Hmm.
family members. It's not just the grandparents,
Hmm.
but a lot of grandparents have that resources to do so. And just family trips are a top priority for boomers who want to spend more time with their children and their grandchildren. So, as a travel professional, planning a vacation sometimes can be challenging, but you might want to consider various aspects of it, like budgeting. So, determine a budget early in the process and discuss who will pay for what. So, not every family member will have the same spending power. So
Hmm.
so having a clear plan is crucial. And then create a balanced itinerary with options for different age groups and interests. Some families find it helpful to split up the activities and come together for meals. And that's true like for cruise ships, right? Because
Hmm.
when you're on a cruise ship, you don't all have to do the same thing. Even when you're at the port, you could do different things, or take advantage of the different activities at the port and do a group excursion. And then if you're doing like a land stay, look for flexible accommodation options such as suites or rentals that offer separate bedrooms and space for group activities. And of course, we've talked about this many times in different kinds of trips, that ensure all family members have adequate travel medical insurance as well as provincial health care, as it's limited outside of Canada.
Well, you're right. Travel is expensive, and if you're raising a family, chances are there's not a whole lot of money left over for a family vacation. So if you can spread the costs around, or if the grandparents are willing to take up most of the costs, why not? Plus, you also have the child care because now you have two extra bodies, or whatever the case may be, to look after children, so you can experience the vacation a little bit different, a little bit, better in some sense.
Yes, absolutely. And it's good that there's different interests, because I think that also allows you to experience something that you may not have thought of before because of the interest at either the destinations or the individuals traveling as well. And it's actually now is the busiest booking periods for Canadian families, because everybody's looking ahead for winter escapes, holiday breaks, and trips to the sun lead the pack. So like whether it's Costa Rica or Jamaica or even Thailand.
Mhm.
And we've talked about cruises in the past as well. So it's not just a vacation; it's the connection of all the members kind of coming together, and it kind of brings. It's kind of nice to see grandparents enjoying their grandkids of
Mhm.
all different ages. It's a nice way. And and it's even like we went to a football game the other day, and just the tailgating and all the different family members that were
Mhm.
part of the experience. So it's nice. It's very nice.
It is nice. And, you're seeing now too, I think, hotels adapting, and there's a lot more accommodation options that make it easier for families of 6 or 8 or 10, whatever the number may be, to stay in the same accommodations. You're not sharing, or you're not, splitting up rooms, hotel rooms, or that kinda thing either.
Right. There's actually a TV commercial that kind of just even identifies that, like at the end of the night, it's nice that everybody has their own space so that they can recharge and do what they want to do, and then get together in the day to enjoy further adventures.
Mhm. Well,
Yeah.
good stuff. It's one of those things. I guess the biggest takeaway that I also got of this too is book now, because
Yes.
people are looking. They're booking farther out to make sure they get the kind of accommodations and the flight times and the situations that they want. So if you're thinking about doing something like this, now's the time to start having a look and call your favorite travel agent.
Absolutely. Best advice ever.
Onanta Forbes is a travel expert. You can follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and X at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Thanks, Onanta.
Thank you. Have a good day.
This is the Informed Traveler Podcast. I'm Randy Sharman. Just want to remind you of our website, theinformedtraveler.org. That's where you can find our contact page if you have any questions or comments about the podcast or any show ideas. You can always email me too with any questions you might have. My email address is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. And check out our social media pages too at facebook.com/informedtraveler, Instagram at informedtraveler, or on X at Informed Traveler. That's where you'll find a number of videos and reels on our visit to Charleston last week and posts from our other adventures. Plus, you can now sign up for our monthly newsletter. It's released at the beginning of every month. Our October issue will be out in a few days. Just go to our website, theinformedtraveler.org, click on the newsletter button, and it'll take you right there. Or better yet, subscribe to it and have it arrive in your inbox each month. Well, it's been close to 2 years now since we've had the opportunity to discover Loreto, Mexico. It's a beautiful area located near the Sea of Cortez, so I thought it might be a good idea to get an update on what's to see and do there. So joining me now to share all the great things that Loreto has to offer is Yvette Granados Marinas, Operations Coordinator with Visit Baja Sur Tourism in Loreto. The website, visitbajasur.travel. Hola, Yvette, how are you?
Hola, buenos días.
It's very nice to chat with you again. It's been, I guess, over a year and a half since we've been to Loreto. I can't imagine there's too many changes in there. One thing I do like about Loreto, and we'll talk about the basics in a second, but I just wanted to get this out. The one thing I liked about it is it's quieter, it's more laid back. It's not the hustle and bustle of some of the bigger tourism areas in Mexico. And that really is its charm. And that's how you market it, isn't it?
Yes, good to hear you, good to talk to you again. Like you say, almost 2 years that you were here with your wife. And yeah, Loreto, it's a small town in the middle of the Baja California Sur state in the peninsula. And we are facing the Gulf of California. We are surrounded by the Gulf of California, and in our back we have mountains, the La Giganta range mountain.
Well, it is a beautiful area. The weather is always beautiful there. You're facing the Gulf of California,
Yes.
and it's beautiful, calm waters. And then you have the mountains behind you. It's very, very, very picturesque, very pretty. So tell me about, well, you touched on where it is. It's about, I don't know, 4-5 hour drive north of Los Cabos, to give people a visual, right?
Well, actually, are 6 hours from Los Cabos, and if you arrive there, you have to drive 6 hours continue to the north part of the state, and you arrive to Loreto. We are it's 4 hours from La Paz by car, but we have an international airport, and you can fly directly here from Calgary in wintertime, from San Francisco in wintertime, and all year from LA and Phoenix and Dallas.
Yeah, so it's easy to get to. So there's no reason why people wouldn't visit, right?
Exactly.
So just tell about the area. I kind of opened up by saying it's pretty quiet, pretty laid back, but there's lots to do, right? So just kind of give an overview of some of the activities and some of the things that people like to do when they're visiting Loreto.
Yeah, we are like we say, it's a small town. Loreto was the first Spanish success settlement in the peninsula. We were founded by the Jesuits. They arrived here in 1697, and we have the first mission built by them, and we was called the capital of the Californias, because for more than 130 years, Loreto was the capital for all the peninsula and the Alta California, or now the California in U.S. In that time was part of Mexico, and that is the origin of all the history in this part of Mexico and the west side of California.
Well, it truly is an amazing history that I was quite surprised about, and some of the amazing historic sites that have been there from the 1600s, including some of the missionaries and some of the churches and other historic sites, which you can tour. So it really is, for a history buff, a great place to be.
we have a lot of traditions and activities and culture, history that make us one of the pueblos mágicos or magical towns in the peninsula. It's a program of um, towns in Mexico, and with the Sea of Cortez here in front of us, or the Gulf of California, we have a lot of things that we can do or you can do, like if you are visitors into the islands and the water activities, and we have a lot of fauna. Our biodiversity is superb. We have a lot of species of marine mammals. We have the main or the biggest marine mammal or animal in the world is the blue whale.
Mm-hmm.
The blue whale came to our waters in the Loreto Bay to it's for reproduction purposes, feeding purposes, and the babies they arrive here to have the calves here,
Mm-hmm.
and that happened between January and the beginning of March every year. And that is one our main activities and most important activities, to have the blue whales here.
Mm-hmm.
There are more mammals around, and in that season too, like humpbacks or fin whales is the second largest marine mammal. But to come and watch the blue whales it's amazing. It's a dream, really.
It really is. And so, yeah, you're right. If history is your thing, then Loreto's a good spot. If adventure is your thing and whale watching and other wildlife, it's a great spot. So there is lots of activities and things to do. And I will have to say that seeing a blue whale was quite an amazing sight, which we got to do when we were there.
The blue whales, and we have tons of birds, marine birds, and we have birds on the mountains, and we have a lot of animals, and we have trails in the mountains. We have the second mission over the mountains in San Javier town. The Jesuits built the second mission there. It's a small village where you can find this beautiful church and orchards and a museum, and all the traditions of the ranchers is keeping there. It's a place that you can go and escape of all your problems, really. And it's really, it's like to be in the middle of I don't know, in the middle of the mountains. And when I say mountains, I you have to think, maybe you think that the forest or trees, but here is just desert or semi-desert areas.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of cactus, and we have a lot of life, but a different life that you custom to see in your surrounds. This part of the Mexico, this peninsula, is amazing about that, about the desert. That is part of us. That is make us special, because the landscaping with the mountains, the desert, and the water, the beaches here, it's so impressive.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I forgot to mention there's beaches too.
Yeah.
The other thing I really enjoyed about Loreto was the food, like and just the freshness of the food. Like you can literally, if you have, I don't know, seafood for dinner, it's probably caught that day.
Oh yeah, the food is amazing. It's we have a lot of dishes prepared in base of fish and seafood. But now, with the people that is coming to live here from mainland or from other parts of the world, we have more more restaurants, more flavors in this food or for these ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes Loreto very special, because we have a bunch of restaurants, maybe 30, 35 big restaurants, but the quality of the food is fresh and is delicious. All
Mm-hmm.
these new flavors, all these new recipes, all we have a lot of new chefs and young chefs coming from a big resource from Puerto Vallarta or Mexico City or and Monterrey, and they arrive here with all that energy and all that new flavors, and that's you can taste it on the food.
Mm-hmm. Certainly can. I will attest to that. Let's
Yeah.
talk a little bit about the accommodation. Mostly small boutique hotels and that kind of offering. There's and again, this is one of the charms about Loreto is there's not huge, 1,000-room resorts, all-inclusive resorts. There, most of them are small boutique and charming places to stay.
Yes, that is one of the things that is the well that Loreto has or have is the small hotels. We have a bunch of boutique hotels, and now I told you there are a new one. It's beautiful too. Maybe 10 rooms is not too much for other areas, but
Mm-hmm.
10 rooms in this quality of hotels that we have here, it's something for us. Uh, the thing is, downtown is small, and almost all the boutique hotels are located near to the downtown,
Mm-hmm.
and that makes you to enjoy this town because you have to walk maximum 10 minutes to enjoy
Mm-hmm.
everything, to go to a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant, to go to your hotel, to go to the beach. It's a small town, and really our town is very, I say, walkable. It's the 10 minutes or 15 minutes walkable town, because in 15 minutes maybe you can cross all the city, all the town.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes special things. And the hotels, we have some big hotels, or I say big, with 70 rooms. I think the biggest in town has more than 150 rooms, but that it's other kind of hotel, and it's not in downtown, but it's
Mm-hmm.
close to all this area. And we have a couple of resorts here too, but those resorts are outside of Loreto town.
Mm-hmm.
The Villa del Palmar is one of them. It's 45 minutes to the south of the Loreto Bay area. And other hotel in the next neighborhood is called Nopolo. And the hotel is Loreto Bay, actually, the name. And it's other resort with other 100 rooms or something like that. It's in front of the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But here in downtown is where the people like to stay. They like to, enjoy these small hotels that makes that you can visit. You can feel the community. You can feel the town.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the most special things that we have, because the tourists, when they are here, they feel the community. They are living the community. We
Mm-hmm.
have the market, the organic market, in Saturdays morning. We have the entrepreneur market in Friday nights, and that makes that the people and the tourists go to the main plaza or visit the downtown, and everything is alive, music and food, street food, and kids playing around the kiosk of the plaza. Well, it's everything is happening here in the downtown.
Mm-hmm. And you're right; it is very walkable and very safe. For anyone who has maybe doubts of walking and at night or whatever, you don't get that feeling at all because there's people around everywhere and families around everywhere. So it's a very safe area as well.
Yes, it's a very safe town. It's a town that you can, again, walk until late at night. You can stay on the Malecón walking. No one is gonna bother you. No one is gonna tell you something. You don't feel that necessity to have policemen around, or you have the feeling of security in every area. Yeah, it's a very safe town. It's a family town, like you say. The community loves to have families, and yeah, it's a very the feeling of security is super good.
Well, it is one of my favorite areas of Mexico. Yeah, like I said, if you like history, if you like adventure, if you like wildlife, if you like whale watching, that it's the place to do it. So I do appreciate you giving us an update, and it was great chatting with you. Yvette Granados Marinas is the operations coordinator with Visit Baja Sur in Loreto. The website, loretobcs.com. For more information. I appreciate your time, Yvette. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. No, thanks to you for inviting me to talk about my lovely town. I love Loreto. I'm not from here, but I love it. It's amazing. I forgot to tell you, we have other two natural protected areas.
Okay.
And on land. That is new.
Okay.
And we have the area of Nopolo. It's all this land part. It's now a new natural protected area. And the area of Juncalito and Puerto Escondido. El Quemado area is in the south part of Loreto, like 20 minutes from here. But it's other, it's called Loreto Park 2. And that make us the Loreto loves to protect our environment and our nature. That is the thing that we like, that people come to enjoy. And because we are worried about the environment, and we know that the environment is our product, our jewel, and we are very, very proud to have these new areas, and we hope that the people come to enjoy it too.
Just all the more reason to go to Loreto.
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate your time, Yvette.
Thank you, Randy.
And that is our show for this week. If you have comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a show idea, send that along as well. My email is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. And if you like what you heard, tell a friend. You can check out our website too at theinformedtraveler.org. In the meantime, thanks for listening, travel safe, and be an informed traveler.